I'll jump into another game that basically got deprioritized pretty quickly. This is going to be Ruins of the Lost here. And it was basically deprioritized for not being a relic yet again. Explore procedural generated dungeons to gather resources and explore more procedural generated dungeons. Okay. The game was made for 70-year-old Challenge 2025. I've worked on it from March 1st to March 4th, about 65 to 70 hours of work. The game is not in its final version. There are a lot of things to be added and a lot of things to be changed. But due to lack of time, I only had 4 days to make a finished game for the jam. So WASD for movement, mouse to look, shift to run, E to interact, left mouse button to shoot, R to reload. If you find any bugs or any suggestions, feedback is welcome and appreciated. There's also a Mac OS version, but only for Apple Silicon. Have fun and let me know what you think. It was made just by Kali here, and there isn't any browser to play in here, so we're just going to download the game and see how it goes. I'm not exactly sure why this was basically deprioritized for not being a relic, but that's the main reason for it not being reviewed past one review. All right, let's give her a go. Ruins of the Lost by Kali, and yes, these are all the games I have to go through. Not all of them were deprioritized, but a lot of them were. Some games actually had free reviews before I got to them. I don't see any readme this time around, so that's nice. We can just jump right in. Ruins of the Lost. So you got settings here. Very nice. All right, new game. So we got ourselves a first person type of game here. So blueprint, I can basically upgrade my damage, my ammo. Shopping by health potion, stamina potion, other stuff in here. And save game. Well, let's see what we got here. So there's an arrow trap right there. And you gotta remember I can run a little bit. I can jump. What's injuring me there? I'm not really sure. The Scorched H. Okay. I mean, I gotta test it. See, it hurts to walk on spikes. Looks like there's a turret down there. It's an enemy. Okay. It'd be nice if I actually had an aiming cursor, by the way, but I don't, so whatever. Okay, reloaded. I suppose you're supposed to go back and, like, you know, buy stuff, but whatever. I'm just going to keep advancing for now and die. Another gun up ahead. Oh, I got, you know, hit by a trap. Yeah, you can actually hit him out of range if you want this stuff, so there's that. I may have destroyed that, not entirely sure. Okay, we have no more ammo. You have no rifle bullets. I might be forced to go back anyways because I can't really do anything. There's a thump. So yeah, I can see why, like, this is basically deprioritized. There's not a whole lot basically here. You just, like, you know, see how far I can basically go. There's a scorch again. Let's quickly kill that off. And I may not be able to advance here, so that's unfortunate. Well, let's see if I can survive running all the way back here. Whee! No, I'm not trying to survive here. I'm just trying to just get back and see, like, if they, you know, do anything at the start. Oh, I have a stamina bar. A very forgiving stamina bar. So once you actually start going, you can't, you know, go back. Okay. Let's try going this way a little bit. Oh, you're shooting at me. One bullet left. Nothing in here. There's a scorch right there. I picked up something. Take the thump. I must have picked up bolts for this thing. Oh, I can destroy this stuff. Okay. Guess what I've not been doing this entire time? And of course, picking up stuff is also a chore, by the way, so... Can't destroy this stuff. I have no rifle bullets. Let's go all the way back and try and find a pistol, I guess. I'll note the hitboxes for, like, you know, coins could be bigger too, but whatever. Well, you know what? There is actually a cursor. It's just really hard to see, I think. Oh, well, we'll come back for that maybe. Very forgiving stamina bar. There's a peacemaker. think an Uzi just dropped. A Tech 9. Their pistol. The Defender. Okay, so yeah, there's basically an arrow shot down here. That's why I was basically getting injured before. So you can break that apart if you want to. It's interesting how, like, when you pick up, like, you know, weapons you've already seen before, they basically have like 0 ammo, because, you know, why not? There's the stuff I'm looking for levels, I guess. Nothing in there. I mean, yes, you can destroy it, but what's the point, right? So, I will note that the sounds are getting a little bit repetitive. Okay, well, so the block 18.1. There's the Peacemaker again. What's this here? Isn't there a thump? Oh, I'm going to use a rifle for a little bit. The rifles definitely do a lot more damage, so... I can see this game very boring for like people reviewing it though, so I do agree that it shouldn't have been like, you know, prioritized for like, you know, play. Because it's not really doing anything special, right? So... Our Peacemaker... Alright, I feel like basically we've done enough to sort of like explore around here a little bit, so... I definitely feel like, too many breakables for like, a game like this. And as like, I guess a, viewer who basically deprioritized probably like, no, it doesn't really have anything going on with it. So it's a little bit boring. I missed something over here, I guess. Nope, there's a sandhawk. So they do have like different like profiles to these weapons. Some of them have like higher damage than others, and of course, the SMG of course is the FMG. The M4 Freedom. I just realized how close to death I am. Honestly, I just could kill this point just to see like what happens when he dies, so. There's only one enemy type 2 by the way, so there's that as well, so keep in mind. So it gets like repetitive for like, the stuff you're fighting. Oh, okay, so made it to the end. Which means I get like, probably just save my like, stuff here. Game saved. I'm gonna buy stuff basically like heal up here. So add 1 health bar, pistol bullets, rifle bullets, stamina stuff. So we're gonna like damage or ammo. So basically like, get better stuff there. I can't afford this, so there's that. Alright, well that's basically enough of like this game, I think. That was basically Ruins of the Lost. Very simplistic sort of like, run and gun type of game where you basically like just delve in and go as far as you can. Not a whole lot more to say than that, so take care.